Hey guys, my name is Marina, and also known as Phoenix Yogi, but I'm here on behalf of American Yogi to teach you awesome humans another class. So today we're going to be starting in Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Your feet are hip width distance apart, and you're pulling up through the kneecaps, all the way up the thighs, tightening the core. Shoulders are down and away from the ears, and your hands are spread wide, feeling this energy flowing from the fingertips down into the earth. Your eyes are closed, or they're soft. The face is relaxed, and we're going to focus on our breathing here. With every inhale, the belly extends, and every exhale, the navel is being pulled in through the spine. And trying to match each inhale with each exhale, finding this strong foundation. And begin to let go of all the stressors that have been bothering you today, realizing that they don't serve you any purpose right now. And begin to set some intentions for your practice. Maybe dedicating this practice to someone who may not be here whenever you are doing your practice. Or maybe dedicating this practice to yourself as you've been busy doing things for other people. We tend to forget what our body truly needs and what it deserves. But most importantly, this is your own practice, so listen to your body and do what you can handle. Every day is different, and that is okay. Opening the eyes, we're going to inhale, arms all the way up, and exhale all the way down, swan dive. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Reverse swan dive all the way up, nice and tall. Taking the right hand to your left wrist, we're going to take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, pulling down to the right side, the hips go to the left. Inhale up. And exhale, switch, so the left hand grabs the right wrist. And we go to the left side, pushing the hips out to the right. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, swan dive all the way down. Here we're at the top of our mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. We're trying not to dump our shoulders like this, so we're going to pull them back down the back. Maybe if it helps to keep a slight bend in your knees. Exhale, release. Hands on the mat or hands on our shin, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to inhale, half lift, flat back, and exhale, release. Inhale, half lift, exhale, release. Stepping back into our first downward facing dog. So go ahead and walk the dog out here, bending each leg so the opposite heel goes down towards the mat. Here in downward facing dog, your heels do not need to be touching the mat. That comes with practice, time, and most importantly, persistence. Inhale into plank. So our goal here for plank is to have the right amount of distance between the feet and the hands to effectively go back into your downward facing dog without making adjustments. So inhale into plank, shoulders are slightly over the wrist, and exhale, downward facing dog. Doing this a few more times to find that perfect distance. And from here, we're gonna slowly walk our feet all the way up to the hands. From here, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Or if you want a challenge, try to keep the legs straight and use your hip flexors to bring the feet up to the hands. And forward fold. Go ahead and grab the elbows here. Maybe swaying from side to side, dropping the neck. Shaking the head, yes. Shaking the head, no. Bending the knees, reverse swan dive all the way up, nice and tall. And exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And exhale, jumping back or stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. We're gonna chaturanga here, so maybe you dropping your knees, pulling the shoulders and your elbows close to the body, lowering all the way down. Or from plank, lowering down 90-degree angle. And then upward facing dog. From here, you can also do baby cobra. Finding your way back into downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. And child's pose. Toes come together, the heels are right underneath our butt, and the knees are out at an angle. Pressing the forehead or the chest down into the mat. And this is your resting pose. At any moment in time you would like to take a break, simply come down to child's pose. Coming up into downward facing dog. Begin to walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release. From here, we're gonna go ahead and glue our upper body to our chest as much as our chest to our thighs as much as we possibly can. Hands come behind the back, lifting the arms up high, dropping the neck, and on your exhale, swooping through into chair pose. Forward fold. One more time, hands come behind the back, the chest goes to our thighs, swooping through chair pose. And forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Stepping back or hopping back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna take our right knee up to our chest, and we're gonna go into our plank, bringing the knee with us. Exhale back, the knee is still glued to our chest. Into plank, and exhale back. Keeping that knee glued to the chest. Inhale into plank, and exhale back. Inhale into plank, and exhale back. Switching sides, but go ahead and walk the dog out first before we bring our left knee into our chest. Inhale into plank, and exhale back. Inhale into plank, exhale back. Inhale into plank. Exhale back. Inhale into plank. And exhale back. Now that you're sick of doing those, we're going to go ahead and go into our child's pose. Finding yourself in tabletop. Placing your hands directly underneath your shoulders. The knees are going to be right underneath the hips. And looking through our knees, our feet should be parallel so we don't see our toes. The tops of the feet are on the mat too. Taking a nice deep inhale, we're dropping the belly, pulling the shoulder blades back. Our gaze is upward. And on your exhale, we're rounding the spine, tucking the chin into the chest, pushing the mat away from you for cat. So inhale, dropping the belly, pulling the shoulder blades back for cow. And exhale, cat. Go ahead and do a few more in your own rhythm of breathing. Focusing on connecting each breath with each movement. This technique creates a nice flow, and we'll use this throughout our yoga practice. If you suffer from any back pain, this is a really good sequence to work on. First thing in the morning, throughout the day, and before you go to bed. Creates a fluid motion within the spine. And coming back to a neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and tuck the toes under, finding yourself in downward facing dog. Taking the right foot, gluing it to the chest, just like we did earlier. We're going to bring the right foot all the way to the right hand. If you need to lift up on that right hand just to get the foot there, that comes with time and practice too, and that's okay. Dropping that left foot back at a 45-degree angle. We're going to push ourselves up onto our right knee. Switching the foot back to parallel to the back of the mat into Warrior 2. Your knee is at a 90-degree bend. The shoulders are directly over the hips. Leaning forward, dropping the right arm down onto your right knee, your extended side angle pose. You're reaching here, fingertips all the way down to your toes. Coming back to Warrior 2. And then your extended side angle, one more time. Getting a feel for this. We're going to use all of our muscles in our lower belly to gain the momentum to keep this going. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, extended warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to Warrior 2. Now we're going into your reverse warrior. You still have your same stance here. Leaning forward, flipping the palm up, and then on your exhale, reverse warrior. Your hand can be down the leg or across the small of the back for a half bind. Coming back to Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Cartwheeling the hands all the way down, framing your foot back down to downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk the dog out here. We're going to get ready to switch sides. So bringing the left knee to the chest, bringing it forward. Left foot goes to the left thumb. Getting ready to go into your Warrior 2. So dropping that foot at a 45-degree angle and then leveling it out to the back of your mat. Arms come out. And your gaze is going to be past your fingers, like a very fierce gaze. Shoulders are down. Leaning forward, dropping the left arm onto your left knee, your extended side angle pose. And back to warrior two. Doing like we did earlier, extended side angle pose. Back to warrior two. Trying to keep the same solid foundation without moving the legs, using the bottom of the core. Here in warrior two, you're gonna lean forward, flipping that palm up and into reverse warrior. Still have that nice 90-degree bend into your knee. Reverse warrior. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. One more time, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Cartwheeling the hands all the way down. Framing the foot and back to downward facing dog. And child's pose. Go ahead and come all the way up into downward facing dog. Once again, we're going to go ahead and bring our right knee to our chest, coming forward into plank and then dropping that foot back down to our right hand. Finding ourselves in warrior two right away. And here we're going to create this momentum flow, almost like we're creating a vortex. Words. A vortex through with our hands, keeping our base solid. Leaning forward, extended side angle pose, and then coming all the way back into reverse warrior. And then keep doing this. Once again, using all of the muscles in your core to bring you forward and to bring you back into reverse warrior. And we're using this energy from our solar plexus. So you can think of like a yellow ring being created around you. So we're leaning forward with our inhales, leaning back with the exhale. Coming back to warrior two, holding here, nice, fierce, strong. Cartwheeling your hands all the way down, downward facing dog. Up on the tippy toes, sitting back just a little bit, and exhale, release down. Bringing the left knee up to the chest, bringing it forward into your plank, then dropping that foot. Warrior two. Holding it here, finding your balance, leaning forward, extended side angle pose, and then creating that vortex. Coming back to warrior two. Keeping those shoulders down and away from the ears. Cartwheeling your hands all the way down, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. And together we're gonna sigh it out with each exhale. Almost like you're fogging a mirror here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Walking forward, bending your knees as much as you need to, and forward fold. Maybe grabbing the elbows and swaying this time. Dropping the neck. And reverse swan dive all the way up. Maybe a slight back bend. And coming forward. Here we're gonna get ready to go into a variation of tree pose. So, putting all of the weight into your left foot and spreading the toes, so pinky down to the big toe. This looks super weird, but it really helps create the suction in the foot. And go ahead and step your right foot out. This helps remind me to open up my hips, tighten my core, and pull my shoulders down away from my ears. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your right foot into your left ankle. This is your kickstand, it's also tree pose. So you can stay here or bring it up to your calf or up to your thigh. You don't want to press it on your kneecap because this will do some damage to your knee and we want to avoid that. Helps to focus on a point in front of you that does not move. And you can find whatever mudra you're feeling. And maybe you can go ahead and let your tree grow. And coming out of tree pose, go ahead and bring your hands to center heart. We're going to raise our knee up, flexing the foot, keeping the balance and the isolation, and exhale, pressing the heel down into the mat. Beautiful. So switching sides, the right foot, lifting all the toes up, spreading the toes, pinky down all the way to the big toe. Go ahead and step your left foot out, and whenever you're ready, find your height. Maybe trying something different. Once again, if you are having terrible balance, focus on a point in front of you that does not move. And maybe let your tree grow. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring our hands back down to center. Bring that knee up high, flexing the foot, and exhale, sending it down. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up all the way. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Stepping back or jumping back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, your version. Upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping forward, half jumper step. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And hands come down to heart center. One more time, hands up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release, half jumper step into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking your 3 breaths here. And after your third inhale, go ahead and drop down onto the knees. We're gonna go ahead and sit on our butt with our legs out in front of us. So keeping the legs nice and straight, we're gonna flex the toes and begin to drill the tailbone down into the mat. We're gonna lift the spine up, creating space in between each vertebra. The crown of the head and the chin is forward, pulling the crown of the head all the way up to the sky. Inhale, arms come up high, shoulders are down. And on your exhale, we're hinging at the waist. And I like to put a huge emphasis on not straining yourself. Wherever your hands fall, maybe it's your thighs, maybe it's your shins, or maybe you can go ahead and grab the feet. If you have a scarf, belt, strap, you can also wrap the strap around the feet and hold onto the strap. Here we're working out the tightness out of our hamstrings, and we're being gentle about it. Coming all the way up. Go ahead and shake the legs out. And we're going to adjust ourselves on our mat, or wherever you are. And you can either hold onto your hamstrings to roll yourself all the way down, or if you want more of a core challenge, lift the arms straight up and lower yourself all the way down, nice and slow. No cheating of just falling back. And whenever you get to the mat, go ahead and bring the knees into the chest, giving them a nice hug, maybe rocking from side to side. Here we're going to take our two peace signs out to the world, grabbing our big toes and going into happy baby pose. This pose is great for opening up the hips and calming the body down, the mind down. If you're ever in a fight with your significant other or your coworkers or something, happy baby pose is great to, buy you some time and calm down the mind and get your breathing under control. They might look at you super weird, but I promise you it'll stop the fighting. I've never tried it before, so let me know how it goes. Go ahead and bring the knees back to center, lay your arms out into a T. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, dropping the knees down to the right, keeping both shoulders on the mat and your gaze going to the left. If you want more of an intense stretch, bring the knees up closer to the armpit, or a more relaxed stretch, drop the knees down to the corner of your mat. Bringing the knees back up to center, nice hug. And dropping them down to the opposite side. Once again, both shoulders on the mat. And your gaze going to the opposite direction. And coming back up to center. Giving them one last hug. And go ahead and release the legs all the way down to the mat. We're going to get ready to go into our active release. So bringing the arms all the way up, forward. We're going to close the eyes and go ahead and gather all this negative energy from the moment that you woke up, things that have been bothering you or just really nagging at you. And I want you to begin to tighten your feet, tighten the calves, working your way up the thighs, squeezing the thighs as tight as you possibly can, and then tensing the core. Tensing the upper body, making the meanest, ugliest face you could possibly make. And in your hands, you're creating fists. And in your fists are all of your personal struggles, things that have been holding you back, keeping you from being you, making you sad, mad, angry, depressed, filling you with anxiety, worry, stressing you out. And on your next exhale, go ahead and let it all go. Float the arms back down to your sides, palms facing up. Let all the negative energy, the stress, the hate go. Realize that they serve you no purpose anymore. And here in Savasana, the realization that everything is okay. You realize that you are enough, that you are in charge of your own happiness and you create your own self-worth. No one and nothing can take that away from you. With every inhale, the belly rises. And every exhale, the belly falls. Wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers. Bring the awareness back to the body and back to the safeness of whatever space you are in. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and turn onto whatever side is comfortable for you. And take a moment here for self-reflection. Maybe never letting a day pass without looking for the good, feeling the good within you, praising, appreciating, blessing, and being grateful. Make it your life commitment, and you will stand in utter awe of what happens in your life. Go ahead and slowly sit yourself back up to an easy seated position. And today, using all the energy that we used, we're gonna go into our fire mudra. So placing the left hand palm facing up at the navel, the right hand is in a fist with the right thumb on top. Go ahead and close your eyes, still breathing the same breath for each inhale and each exhale. Inhaling the arms all the way up above the head, placing the hands together, Namaste hands. Together, we're gonna lower it all the way down to the third eye. Here we're asking for happy thoughts, for mantras like, I deserve to be kind to myself and to others. Lowering the hands down to the lips, asking for happy words, for words of encouragement, not only to yourself, but also to others. And lowering the hands down to center heart, feeling the heart beating, feeling the kindness, the compassion, the love, and most importantly, the forgiveness. I thank each of your beautiful souls for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.